What's up, boys and girls? How are y'all doing, man? It's Friday afternoon, 4:07 on the Eastern Seaboard. You're listening to Just My 2 Cents. It's the 1st of December, 2023. We are on the eve of UFC Austin. This stream will be, well, it'll serve as a little pregame for the ceremonial weigh-ins that are coming up in a little less than an hour. So I'm going to cover those, tell you what I think about the stare downs. I'm going to tell you what I thought about the weigh-ins, give you my picks and my bets, and just kind of talk about the fights in general. So that is what this stream is going to be about. Hope y'all are having a good week, good Friday. Hope it's the end of the work week for y'all. And yeah, cheers. So UFC Austin, man. The weigh-ins took place earlier today. Pretty much incident-free. There were no weight misses. There were a couple close calls. You can see the official UFC Austin weigh-in results scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Like I said, no misses, but definitely a couple close calls. There were some fighters that were looking not so awesome, but for the most part, everybody looked pretty good. And all the fights are official, which is the most important part. So shout out to all the fighters for making weight, especially the fighters that came in on short notice and actually made the cut. Excuse me. So, and before I get too deep into the stream, shout out to my dude Big Show. I forgot to fucking put the avatar up, so apologies for that. But shout out to my dude for making this sweet overlay. Shout out to the MMA Locker Room Talk podcast crew. I don't know this, but I think there's a possibility that the podcast could be on hiatus until the start of next year. That's not confirmed, but it's possible. So be on the lookout. If we are going to do another episode in December, I'll let you know. But there's a possibility, because there's only 2 events, that it may just wait to return with the podcast until the start of next year. But that's not confirmed. So be on the lookout for that. I'll keep y'all updated. But shout out to Big Show, shout out to Mills and the boys at Pub, Nikki Elbows, Danny, all those boys. I said, do what? What's up? But yeah, man. Shout out to the boys at Pub. Shout out to the boys in the Dome, the best group chat in the world. Shout out to the General Alex Ramirez, Big Moyes, Aaron the Puppy Dog, the whole crew, man. Even Zach. Even Zachary. Nah, man. Shout out to the boys in the Dome. Hope y'all are having a good week, weekend, whatever. Slacking, consistency gets views. Yeah, I know. Bro, if I was worried about views, I would have quit this a long fucking time ago. I can be the most punctual, consistent, start every fucking stream on time. It don't matter. It's whatever views YouTube is going to give me. And it is, I mean, the views have plummeted recently. Not just in the last week, like the last month or two. Even when I get good live viewers, even when I get like 10 people in here, the views are like 20 or 30. So I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe a shadow ban. I have no idea. I don't know why you'd be shadow banning a fucking nothing channel like this with barely 250 subscribers. I don't know. But I can only speculate. But what's up, Lobby? How's your Friday going? What you smoking on? Got some watermelon gelato myself. Cheers. So those are your results on the bottom of the screen. For the most part, I thought everyone looked good. There was only a handful of fighters that were really kind of looking sucked out and rough, but for the most part, everyone looked good. And when I say most, these are the fighters I'm talking about. It's all an illusion, big boys. Sometimes I can't help but feeling that I'm living a life of illusion. Oh, I definitely agree with that. I'm right there with you, brother. What's up, though, boys? Hope your Friday is going well. Your Friday evening, I'm sure. But, yeah, for the most part, the fighters were looking pretty good. The fighters I did not think were looking good were these guys and girls. Now, I've said this many times. I don't make my picks or bets based off the weigh-ins. I've already made them. Picks and bets. So it doesn't really make a fuck to me how they look. It's usually not going to affect what I'm doing or my decisions or whatever. But in my personal opinion, all these fighters look pretty rough. Jalen Turner, predictably so, man. He took the fight on what, like 11 days notice. It figured that he was going to look a little rough. He did. He looked like the worst fighter up there physically, other than like Rob. Like Rob Font made weight, but he looked pretty bad, man. I mean, Jalen Turner made weight too. Font didn't need the hurting curtain, but like Moy said, man, he looked sucked out. I thought Rob Font looked pretty rough. Bobby Green never looks incredible. I think he does cut a bit of weight, and he's a pretty muscular dude. So he's cutting weight into like some of his like muscle and stuff. And so he always looks a little bit rough, I feel like. Rob Font always looks rough usually. I thought Zachary Reese kind of looked crazy. He was like drenched in sweat. His cheekbones, I think he cut my eyebrow got cut from watching his fucking cheekbones, man. They're so bony and sharp. So he looked pretty rough. Wellington Turman, obviously, that's another one. Like he's used to fight at middleweight, and now he's cutting down to welter. It's like he's gonna look like shit. But he made the weight, and he didn't look that bad. He didn't look as bad as I thought. Jared Gooden, Jalen, and Rob Font looked the worst out of everyone. But yeah, I thought all these fighters looked a little sucked. Looked a little sucked out. Oh, excuse me. Kangish Bobby Green. What's up, though, Noah? What you doing? So, yeah, just for the record, that's who I thought looked bad. This is who I thought looked good. It doesn't really matter, though. Whoever's better is going to win. Whoever's worse is going to lose. It doesn't really matter what their physiques look like. Oh, Figgy Fig, though. Figgy Fig and Kelvin Gastelum. One fighter moving up, one fighter moving down. So you would it would stand to reason that Figgy would look better than he did at 125. And he did. He's got like 0% body fat still, but his cheeks didn't look nearly as sucked out as they usually do, or sucked in, I should say. And Kelvin looked good too. Little rough around the eyes, but he had good energy and he really didn't look that bad, man. So I had to put him in the sharp as well. Yeah, nothing really else to note about the weigh-ins themselves, like the official weigh-ins. What did y'all think? Jackie boy, what's up, Jack? Yeah, he walked up there, brought his son up there. He was chilling. He had the shades on, but I think actually this time it was more of a fashion statement than a I'm trying to hide how shitty and my eyes look from this weight cut. So yeah, Figgy and Kelvin, I was more surprised about. I thought Kelvin was going to be up there, breathing heavy, arms crossed, behind the hurting curtain, but no, he made the weight, dude, and seemed to be in good spirits. So yeah, that's what I think. So that was your official weigh-ins, boys. Let's talk about these fights, shall we? Let's talk bets. I said I was gonna unveil a bet that I made earlier in the week today. I'm going to do that, and then because there was no pub podcast this week, I made a parlay myself, and that rounded out my slate. So I've made my slate, 4 bets. I told y'all 2 of them already. Let's talk about these other 2 bets. Tell me what bets y'all like this weekend, or tomorrow rather. And yeah, let's get greasy. Let's get a little greasy with it. Great. Whole chest tattoo. Great day. That's a great day for that. So, cheers. First of all. Let's just talk these fights, dude. Let's talk UFC Austin. Not a bad card. I can't totally hate on it. It's not like it's just the times we're in. Like, would this have been a great card a few years ago? No. But because of the times we're in, like it makes a sort of like pedestrian card like this look good because of just the lack of good cards in general over the past whatever year or two. Anyways, it's an all right card, but I do think there's some good betting spots. I've made a couple bets, and when we get to the stare downs here in like half an hour, a little over half an hour, I'll give you my picks as the fighters go up there and stare off. So let's get greasy, boys. Got a couple grease spots myself. Before we get to that, I want to remind you all of something. I want to make something very clear to you. This is just for fun. It's for entertainment and fun. Games of chance. I'm not telling you what to bet. This is just what I bet. Bet responsibly. Call that number if you can't. Ain't no shame in it. Get the help you need. Please and thank you. But for the record, been a profitable bettor this year. Happened in the last half of the year. Managed to hang on to a little bit of it. Try and do the same here. Close out the year strong. So the bets that I've given out thus far are as follows. The first bet I made, and the one I still feel the best about, the one I feel the most confident with, is Kelvin. He really shouldn't be the underdog here, given his experience and some of the fights he's had and some of the victories he's had. I think Sean Brady is overmatched here, and I feel even better about it now that Kelvin had what appeared to be a decent weight cut. That was the one like thing that I'm sure everyone was fucking holding their breath about. Both Brady and Kelvin backers, like, oh, dude, I would bet Kelvin, but I don't know if he's gonna make weight like that. Cause it's like, I don't know, man. He makes the weight, he looks good, and I think he's gonna knock Sean Brady out. That's not a hot take. Most people that are on Kelvin, I feel like they have it inside the distance, and it's for good reason, man. And it's not, and everyone has talked. This has been talked about ad nauseum, so I don't feel like this is like the fucking such basic analysis. But dude, if Bilal Muhammad is tuning you up and fucking your face up, and like you making Bilal look like fucking Canelo, Kelvin Gastelum gonna knock your block off. Kelvin is. I think Kelvin's gonna actually knock him out. I think he's gonna crack him with a fucking straight left hand that's gonna drop Brady to his back. Head's gonna bounce off the octagon and a couple follow up ones, and he'll be done. I think he's gonna knock him out cold. Or club and sub. Could see a club and sub too. Kelvin hurts him. Brady tries to scramble. Kelvin's got a good back take, man. He's a legit black belt, and he's got a good back take. And if he hurts Brady and Brady tries to like panic dive in on a single, Kelvin will just float around. He's a good wrestler too. He'll just float on top of him and then just sink into a rear naked choke. So, yeah, I like Kelvin Gastelum here pretty confidently. I don't think he should be the underdog at all. Of course, I missed the line, which, I mean, if past his prologue, that's not the worst thing. A lot of times when I miss the line, it's a good sign. We'll see though. Yes, thank you for bringing that up. The Steve Garcia and Melquizael Costa fight was canceled. Shout out to Melquizael Costa for making the weight. Steve Garcia, you fucking jobber. Yep, tip me. I'm gonna start putting my fucking my Cash App back up. All financial advice, dude. Guaranteed returns. ROI through the roof. Fucking profit margins just through the fucking roof. You making money hand over fist. And all you got to do is, give me some money. And I will provide the grift or the rest for you. Yeah, making Bilal Muhammad look like fucking Mike Tyson. Come on, man. So I'm actually backing Drakkar Klose. Yes. Okay, I see what you're saying now. Yes. I like Drakkar Klose as well. And Drakkar Klose is one of the first legs of my parlay. Garcia. See what Jack did there? Hi-oh. Nice. That one was a little heady. I mean, I guess Garcia. Arse? That man, Jack, you're good at those, dude. What's up, Zach? Yeah, I think that was his official diagnosis. Vaginal cramping. Shute Zake was going to use. Were you really going to fake Costa? Great. I can't remember. It did say it was on the Steve Garcia side. I think they said it was an illness, but I'm not sure. Io. You're better than that though, Jack. That's one that I could fucking. That's low hanging fruit for you, sir. You're better than that. Yeah, I had picked Costa. I kind of waffled on it a little bit earlier in the week, but the last couple days I've been on Melquizael. The number at first, I was like, oh, dude, maybe Garcia's a live dog. And it's like, he's a jobber. Like, Costa's, he's not incredible, but is Garcia really that much better than Austin Lingo? No, he's not. He's another dude that hits hard and can box a little bit and is a jobber. So, yeah, I like Costa there. And he was so confident he pulled out. Nah, I'm gonna fucking turn up, dude. I'm going to do the opposite of chill. I'm going to turn up. on you right now. In your face. Has enough power at dog money. I mean, I guess. I don't think it's a terrible bet, but as the week went on, I think Garcia's, is he on the higher end of jobbers? Yeah. Is he a jobber? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you don't have to die on the hill, Zach. It's the fight isn't happening. Well, I guess this is the time, right? Now's the time whenever, and I'm not trying to pick on Zach. Everybody does this, and I'm not even saying Zach is necessarily doing this, but it just reminds me of that. Once the fight gets canceled, it's like, dude, my shit was a lock. I was gonna fucking starch him. It's funny though. I'm not saying you're doing that though, Zach. Don't come at me, bro. All right, I'm just a man trying to stream in a world. I'm a man trying to can a man smoke weed and stream in a world? That's all I'm trying to do. Jack, talk to Noah. You talk to Noah, Zach. Calm his ass down. You talk to him. You need to take one, sir. You're the one that's out of control. I can see the words that you write trembling in anger. So relax. This is classic private conversation stuff. Relax. Most popular dog pick this week. Yeah, what is the fucking, what's the, what do they call it? What's the mush this week, boys? That's cool. I got some watermelon gelato. It's doing the trick. Kelvin is definitely a popular dog. Why? And if it's a trap, I done fell for it. I'm on Kelvin myself. He's definitely a popular dog this week. I feel like, who's another one? Is Selecki a dog? Am I imagining that? I'm not betting that fight, but I can't remember. I feel like Figgy is another popular dog that I'm betting myself. So yeah, I would say Figgy and Kelvin are two of the more popular dogs. I'm trying to think of some other ones off the top of my head. I'm going to look at the card here in a second, but I'm just trying to think off the top. Y'all tell me, man, who is the most popular dog? Yeah. Yep. That's true. Yeah. I think Bobby's going to be popular dog for sure, especially after Jalen Turner's weight miss, or near weight miss, I should say. I mean, he did miss weight on the first attempt. I don't know how he made it on the second one. He lost a pound in like 5 minutes. I don't know if he took a shit and threw up or what, but that was wild. Yeah, that's a good shout too. Gooden. Yeah, Gooden is a popular dog. I'm on Wellington. He could get Chin, but I just don't think Gooden is like, look, we all know what the deal is with Gooden. He's Levy's boy. So he's popular around the fucking community. All right. We all know what the deal is with that. Everyone loves them some Night Train. They love talking about how tight they are with him and whatever. So by extension, he's a very popular underdog every time he fights, and he's an underdog. But yeah, I don't see why Wellington Turman shouldn't fucking choke him. Or TKO him with ground and pound. So yeah. I'm not really surprised at that though. I get that. And I was surprised he was the dog. I'm not betting Cody Brundage. I'm actually going to pick Cody Brundage though. Believe it or not. I'm picking Brundage, but I'm not betting him. So I'm not going to fucking, if Cody Brundage wins, I'm not going to be like, dude, I told you the whole time, dude. Like, because I'm not betting it. And a reason why is I'll be furious if I do bet Brundage. Like, dude, he shouldn't be an underdog. That should be an auto bet, right? Not necessarily. Like Brundage is very untrustworthy, but I don't think that Zach Reese, unless he just fucking clips him, I think this is a pretty winnable fight for Cody Brundage. Like he's fought better fighters than Zach Reese. Reese is undefeated, but he's also, fucking greenhorn. But I will not bet Brundage because I will be furious. He is one of those fighters where he is so fucking prone to slipping on a banana peel, and I won't have it, even if it's just a few ducats. But yeah, I'm gonna pick Brundage. I like Brundage there. You know what? I've not heard too many people say that, but I don't think that's the worst dog pick in the world. And I'll tell you what, dude, I'm actually rooting for Beneil Dariush. I'm picking Arman. I have bet Arman. I parlayed Arman. He is the anchor of my parlay. But you know what? I won't even be mad if it gets busted. Because Arman Sarukian is a fucking buster, dude. Let me say that for the record. Arman Sarukian is a fucking punk. He rolled up on Bobby Green with a fucking little crew with like 3 or 4 dudes, got right up in his face, trying to be a fucking tough guy. They pushed each other back and forth. Well, Bobby Green kind of pushed him back, and then Arman like throat chopped him pretty much. But that was fucking gay, dude. That was gay. It was pussy for a fighter that's that high level to be doing punk shit like that. It's like, dude, if you are really about that fucking street life and you want to fucking, dude, you can get smoke with Bobby Green. Bobby Green is one of those fighters. He will fight you right there on the spot if you get crazy with him. He is someone that, like, if you really push it to that level, it'll happen. But that's not what he wanted. He wanted it to look like he's this fucking street dude, and that he has no problem rolling up on Bobby Green by him, like Bobby's by himself, sitting there minding his own fucking business. And here comes Arman with his fucking posse. It's like, that's fucking corny, dude. So yeah, fuck Arman Sarukian. I hope Benny knocks his head off, but I think more than likely Arman's gonna win. But I'm rooting for Dariush for sure. Arman's a little shithead. I don't like him. I don't blame you. No, I don't blame you, dude. And I'm not betting Wellington. I definitely understand that. But yeah, I don't. I think Gooden's a kind of a jobber, and I think Wellington should take care of business. Yeah. Well, you'll have to be a little more specific there, Jackie boy. There's a lot of them. Terman sub, interesting. Yeah, I don't see why he shouldn't. He is, if he gets on top, Terman is a much more dangerous grappler. Gary's pregnant with his wife's ex-husband's child. Great. The first man to get cuck impregnated. Nar. Yeah, he wants to take the baby. His wife gets pregnant from the ex. He wants to take the baby and put it in his own butt and then nurse it to fucking term, is what I heard. He is, dude. That was corny as fuck. It's like, dude, if you really want to fight him, he'll fight you. You didn't want to, though. You just wanted. That was like really corny posturing. I don't blame you. I don't even really hate that. Yeah, Bobby will fight you. Like he been in jail before. Bobby, he don't give a fuck. Oh, the Christopher Lowell Show. Hi, Christopher. Hi, Jack. Oh. Y'all know about the fucking Christopher Lowell Show, dude. Y'all know fucking jack shit about the Christopher Lowell Show, dude. All right. What are we talking about here? So yeah, the two bets that I have been forthcoming about are KG and Devs, Figueroa. Yeah, Davison's a pretty popular underdog, but this is another one where I don't think he should be the underdog. I get why he is because he's never fought this weight class before, but Davison is about that life too, man. And he doesn't have this crazy weight cut on him now. Like, he made the weight no problem, and he looked a lot healthier. And he is going to be even more healthy come fight night. I think he's going to be tougher. I think he's going to be more durable. Everyone's like, the power's not going to transfer. The power's not going to translate. I think he's going to fucking hurt Rob Font badly. And I think there's a chance he could club and sub him. That might be my pick, dude. I might pick Davison by submission. Club and sub for this. Club and sub this guy. I respect Rob Font. He's a good fighter, but I think that Davison is the kind of fighter that Rob Font struggles with. A dynamic striker that will have the bigger moments. Davison is way more dangerous than Rob. I think the Yanez fight and the fact that Font's been fighting top-level bantamweights in probably the deepest division is probably why he's the favorite. And I don't even think it's crazy necessarily that Davison is the underdog. I just don't think he should be. I think if anything, this should be a pick'em. I get it, new weight class, but I think Davison is an elite fighter, and I think he's going to show himself to be an elite fighter at bantamweight. And Rob Font, he's a lot of things, but elite is not one of them, man. And I think Davison's going to fuck him up. We'll see, though. But yeah, Davison is a dog. Yeah. I think I would consider Davison Figueiredo to figuratively and literally be a dog in this situation. So pretty easy bet for me. And considering my Figgy stand-em, it's automatic, dude. God, I know you're saying that just to wind me up, but like, why? Zach, why? What are you waiting to see? Are you just saying that to fuck with me? Like, what are you waiting to see? Oh, dude, I'm gonna see if I see the look in Font's eye. Come on, dude. You already know it's a fool's errand. And if you are like, that's the thing. If you think Font's gonna win, you should already be that to me. And I'm glad you brought that up because that is why I think that's a fool's errand. Again, I'm not trying to pick on Zach or single him out, but if you're that confident in Font, you would already bet him. You wouldn't wait to be like, I would, but if he doesn't look this certain way, like, come on, man. You know whether you're going to bet him or not. And it just doesn't sound like you're that confident in him. But again, that's the name of the game. That's the name of my channel. That's just my 2 cents on it. But that's how I feel about waiting to bet and waiting for stare downs to like pull the trigger. It's like you ain't about it. You 1 foot in, 1 foot out. It's scary. That's scary bets. No, not okay. No, it's not. Unacceptable. You're lucky I don't ban you. You're lucky that I need all the live viewers I can get, or I would boot you. No, I'm just playing. I wouldn't boot you. No, it's fine. You can do whatever you want. But I'm of the personal opinion that it's like, if you're waiting, like, dude, you've already lost. The confidence is either there or it's not. And I'm not buying it. God, that is one of the most off lines this year for sure. That Derek Lewis versus DeLima, and probably No, I won't even say it's crazy that Justin was an underdog versus Dusty because Poirier had the win from the knockout win from the first fight. So I'm not saying it's crazy that Dustin is an underdog. That was pretty fair, honestly. Pantoja being an underdog against Moreno, that was a little disrespectful. The dude's got 2 wins against the guy, and you still make him the underdog. It's like, all right, okay. What do you think now? Line it now. You think Pantoja's gonna be the underdog now? Yeah, I don't think so. So that one was a little, yeah. Good shout. Yeah, good shout for sure. For sure. Great day in the morning. What up, drunk Mick? What up, boy? What you doing? Getting drunk? Hell, fuck yeah, bud. Knock them back. Knock one back for me. I'll take a fucking bubbler rip for you. My drunken homie. Just don't drive. Hit him first. Yeah, it don't make no fucking sense, dude. Yeah. I know. He took Pantoja. I'm a massive Pantoja stan. See, I'm a reformed Figgy stan, but Pantoja took the reins from him. So he passed the standum on to Pantoja. Standum, osmosis standum. That's sick. Dude, you're smart. Okay, man. Later. Okay. Later, Zach. Later, Deed. Thanks for stopping 3, Deed. Best of luck to you and your bets. Yeah, dude. Calvin catered the meat sticks. Have a catering spread, a beef jerky spread with trays, dude. Trays full of different jerkies, different flavors of jerky. Cater. I'll see you, cater. Son of Mokan. Mokan leg kicks. Money Mokan. Bet your great day. Bet your house on Brundage. Money Moicano wildin'. Those are some words. I don't know if I can say those are words of wisdom, but that is not a statement that should ever really be made, even if it is right. That's just not the energy you want to put out into the world. Telling people to bet large sums of money on Cody Brundage, maybe against Zachary Reese, but the house, the farm, because I'm gonna tell you this: even if that cashes, the sweat and the stress that Cody Brundage is going to put you through might kill you before you get it. You might croak before the bet cashes, like Vegas vacation. I wouldn't have, you know what I'm saying? God forbid. I'm just joking. But seriously, imagine even if it cashes. If you know, if you're a hardcore UFC fan and you're familiar with Cody Brundage, to bet a crazy amount of money on Brundage, you already know how much you're going to be fucking sweating. You better know. God damn, that's due for a big one. Yeah. Brundage will probably fucking choke him or something. That's usually what he does, right? Was he an underdog against Trayshawn? I wouldn't be surprised. Cody just fucking overhand rights him. Good night, nurse. Brundage hops up on the octagon, mugs for the camera, mugs for the Austin crowd. I could see it. I'm picking Brundage. I'm just not betting him. I just ain't betting it. All right. So this is what I got so far. Gastelum, Figgy. Y'all ready for this one, dude? Y'all ready for this? You might be, but you might not be. So I told y'all that I had bet another underdog. I did. I bet this dude on Monday. Yeah, I think I was trying to remember if I bet him Monday or Sunday. It was one of those days because when I did my stream earlier this week, I'd already bet him, and I was gonna just like say what all three of my bets were, but I was like, I'll just fucking leave one. But I bet this dude. Yeah, I think I bet this dude. It was either Sunday or Monday. Now, this isn't a situation where I think it's like, where I think it's like Gastelum or Figueiredo, where it's like, dude, they shouldn't even be underdogs. I'm not saying this dude shouldn't be the underdog. He just shouldn't be this much of an underdog. You know what I mean? So, without further ado, this is my final underdog bet. And another situation where the line is just too fucking wide. Maybe it hits, maybe it doesn't, but it's too wide. I had to do it, man. Let's fucking go. The power of Christ compels us. That's too much. Plus 250, plus 275. Nah, maybe not even plus 300. Plus 340, over plus 300. That means Bellato's like minus 400, minus 500. Nah, dude. He ain't that good. He ain't that good. Petrino ain't that good. I mean, I know Petrino fucking dirted Modestus Bukauskas, but he was kind of getting tuned up before that. So I don't know, man. I think Petrino and Bellato are both a little bit fraudulent. Ihor isn't great. Maybe he gets knocked out, but I think he's the better striker. I think he's has a little bit better technique, a little bit faster, a little bit better in the clinch. Now, if it hits the ground, he's probably fucked, and he might get knocked out. But Bellato is a little chinny, man, and I don't think he's that fucking good. He might again if he was minus 250, minus 300, I think that's perfectly reasonable. Even like maybe minus 350, but minus 400, minus 450, nah, dude, he ain't never been that good, and he never will be. And Ihor, yeah, he ain't really shit, but yeah, I think he's a live dog here, so I bet him. Now let me check real quick because I know these stare downs are starting pretty soon. Make sure I got my fucking can actually find the stream. Upcoming. So they're officially at 5 o'clock. Okay, we got 10 minutes. So yeah, Ihor's my final dog, dude. This unholy trinity of underdogs. Steadily increasing in value. Now again, should he be the dog? Probably, yeah. Probably. But should he? I mean, I think he probably should, but I don't think Bellato is as good as Niku Negu Mariano. I know he ain't as good a striker as Olberg. You really think he is? I don't think he's as good a striker as Olberg. I don't think he's Niku Negu Mariano. I don't know, man. I don't think Bellato's that good, and I don't think Ihor is that bad. So at plus 340, yeah, took a little shot. Little Mac one here. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't get that one. That one kind of fell about 30 yards away from me. I think I'm a little too stoned / stupid to get that joke. But if you're telling me that you got a little something on Ehor, I mean, that's tight. He's a decent striker, dude. He's not great. He doesn't have a great chin. But I don't think Bellato is that fucking good. And I think he's kind of a lug. He's a fucking lummox, and he likes to brawl. He's a good grappler that likes to get in slugfests and do dumb shit. That's how he got knocked out the second time. But he fought Petrino. The dude had already fucking knocked him out. He was trying to get his revenge, and he's out there throwing spinning back fists in the first round. You're just out there being a fucking clown, dude, and you got clipped when you're having success. I don't know, man. I just don't think he's that fucking good. I don't think Petrino's that good. Modestus was tuning Petrino up before he got dirted. I don't know, man. I think both those dudes are frauds, and they're just like using each other to leapfrog into the fucking UFC. And I don't know, man. I just think it's corny. I think Bellato is a good grappler. I think he probably should be the favorite, but that's just way too wide. So. Oh, nice, dude. Nice. Mac 1. Sick. Right on. Cheers, Jackie Boyd. Yeah, I was compelled. Hosanna in the highest. Emmanuel. So those are my dogs. This is my parlay. 4-legger. And 1 underdog. I put my most confident underdog in with 3 of the favorites that I feel the best about. Feast your eyes on this greasy little fucking 4-piecer. Its odds boosted up from like, I think it was originally like +4 something, +5 something. But yeah, Pariah MGM gave me a fucking odds boost. And I like Gastelum in there. Again, I think he should be a favorite. Like, not a huge favorite, but I think Kelvin should be like a -150, -175. Maybe even -200. He's got way more experience than Brady, dude. Brady was looking sketchy against Michael Chiesa. He got knocked out by Bilal Muhammad, dude. And he rebound against Kelvin? Nah, dude, you better get chin checked. Just knocked out cold or clubbed and subbed. So now Sarukian, that's the one I'm actually sweating the most right now. I think Puna's going to knock out Stoltzfus, and I think Close takes care of business. But Close is fighting Selecki, right? I believe. But Sarukian, I think he probably wins. But now I'm like rooting against him because of his behavior. And I just don't like him. So I don't know. I'm gonna still pick him to win, though. He could get chin, dude, but it's a pretty big age gap. I think Benny might finally start to kind of look his age. Like, he's not on the wrong side of 35, but he's almost to 35. Sarukian is like coming into his prime. Now, he almost got knocked out by Silva. He could get knocked out by Benny. Dariush hits really hard, but I think even if Sarukian gets clipped, he's going to go to the grappling. He's going to go to the wrestling. He's going to be the one that gets top position. I think he's just going to be a little bit too youthful and fresh and like just out transition Benny by just a little bit. I think it's just going to make that little bit of difference. But looking back on this, if there's one leg that I would have changed, I probably would have left Sarukian off of it and put somebody else on there. But it is what it is. I'm not fucking switching it now. But that's, of all the bets that I've made, I'm sweating that one leg the most. I tell you, dude, that's what a pro does. No, it was in any sport odds boost. It just had to be over a certain odds. Like I think it had to be at least 4 legs, and it had to be over plus 400. So yeah, I think originally it was like, I want to say like high plus 400s or like plus 5 something, like 510 or something like that. But yeah. Word. So yeah, that's my greasy little fucking parlay. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I think Puna gets it done close, has the bigger moments. Because I think it's like the grappling kind of cancels out, although I think Drakkar is probably the stronger wrestler. We'll see though. But I think he gets it done. I think that's actually pretty good odds if you like Drakkar. Like decent money line, like close to pick him. But yeah, Sarukian is like, oh fuck. We'll see though. I don't know why I do this to myself. Shout out to my dude Big Show. He all don't bet main events, brother. And I don't listen because I'm a fucking knucklehead. But I'm gonna hit the head real quick. The ceremonial weigh-ins are almost upon us, gentlemen. So let me get this shit ready. All righty. A little elevator music for you characters. Oh, BRB. Alrighty. Get my fucking stand real quick. All right, we're about to get these ceremonial weigh-ins kicked off. All right. We're not wasting any time. Here we go, boys. UFC Austin, Texas. Going down on the campus of the University of Texas at Austin. Longhorn territory, what the fella says. So, here we go. Let me pack a bowl while we wait for these fucking goobers to take the stage. The fucking brass and the AV nerds and security and all that shit. Watermelon gelato to nice up my head real quick. What fight are y'all most excited about, man? They should fucking scrap the main event and just make Armin versus Bobby Green. Stand-up rules only. And they tie one hand behind Armin's back. No, they tie both hands and Bobby just beats the shit out of him. That'd be sick. All right. All righty. That is done. Get this bullshit ready right here. All right, boys. Get started pretty soon. Still got a little coffee left. I don't need it. That's when my blood pressure starts to go up, dude. Thinking about it as the closest we get to the fights before the fights. Oh yeah, no, and it wasn't like specific to like any fighter. It was just a general sports odds boost. I could have used it on football or whatever. Yeah. No, it wasn't. It wasn't any specific fighter. Yeah, dude. That'd be sick. I actually wouldn't mind seeing that, dude. Dude, those are crazy fights. Have y'all ever seen those? As fucking, I mean, I'm sure y'all have the group fights where it's fucking 5-on-5. Like, it would be insane with real UFC fighters and their peoples. A fighter and 4 of his boys versus another crew, that'd be gnarly. Because it turns into these just like 2-on-1 beatings, dude, where like 2 guys hold one down and just fucking obliterate him. And they're so fucking sketchy. Talk about like, you don't even want it's the implication. The rabbit punch implications. They hit a guy from behind implications. All right, here we go. I just got the notification as I'm watching the fucking stream. It's live. It's probably the official UFC one. Matter of fact, I am going to watch theirs. Talk all that shit, and actually, the notification actually serves me well. So yeah, they'll have a better picture than fucking MMA junkie. All right, here we go. I don't have too much to say about this first fight. Horth versus Hardy. I'm not betting it. I'm taking Hardy just because I think she's a little better of a striker, and I'm going to take the experience. Horth's like in her 30s, and she's just like, I don't know, man. I just don't think that highly of her. Really. It's not like I'm super high on Hardy. That's why I'm not betting it. I just want nothing. It's probably dog or pass, so I don't begrudge anybody for betting Horth as a dog, but I'm not going to do it. I just think Hardy probably wins the decision. We'll see, though. I like that shot of downtown Austin. There they are. But yeah, I'm gonna take Hardy, I think. Probably one of my least confident picks, though. Oh, dude, yeah, and like the referees are a fucking joke. Hawthorne Heights! Jesus Christ. All right, Jack. You fucking ready for this shit? I mean, I'm kind of ready for this Veronica Hardy walkout, if I'm being perfectly honest. She's not the ugliest fighter in the UFC. Now, Jamie Lynn Horth, on the other hand, nah, I'm not gonna hate on Jamie Lynn. She's that's an uphill battle if you're going for who looks finer between you and fucking Veronica Macedo. Hardy now, but yeah, tall task, tall order. But yeah, like Hardy, Macedo, whatever. She's not really that good. I just don't think much of Horth. But I think what they're probably going to do is like just keep giving her these kind of fights. They're going to keep giving her like the easiest fights possible, I think. She's got the look. As long as she keeps the winning record, I don't think Horth's going to be like a pushover. I think Hardy's probably going to win a decision that's like reasonably competitive, way closer than it probably should be. But I'll say she kind of just like point fights her to a 29-28 or something. Yeah, we're talking about it a little bit earlier. I like Turman here. Gooden, they're both kind of jabronis. I just think Gooden is a little bit more of one. You know what I mean? So yeah, Gooden definitely looks better than he did earlier. Like, duh, but I don't think Turman looked incredible earlier. I thought both of these dudes look kind of rough at the weigh-ins, but Turman's coming down from middleweight. He's a big dude. You definitely worry about the chin. That's why I'm not going to bet Wellington, but I thought about it. I thought about adding to the parlay. Ooh, Gooden says no handshake. I hope Turman chokes him now. Corny. You're not best friends, dude. If you I get the no handshake right before you fight. I actually don't like the handshake in the fucking all the shaking hands and shit right before the fight starts. But like at the stare downs, it's not like he was smiling or trying to like hug you or something. He literally was just like handshakes. No, no, bro. It's like it's the fucking stare downs, dude. Anyways, let's fucking go, dude. That's a big boy. It's your time. The power of Christ compels you. And here we go. Overrated Bellato. Hidalgo. I put Rafael. It's Hidalgo. But yeah, give me fucking give me the dog here, dude. I think he's gonna knock Hidalgo out. So Garcia Costa got canceled. We got Close to Lecky. I think Close might knock him out here, honestly. I think Close could knock him out. I could also see him win a decision. So can y'all still hear me all right? Turn the speakers down just a little bit. Yeah, I like this isn't like I'm not as confident as I am in Kelvin, but I just think Close is a better fighter. I think Selecki's been a little overrated. And I think Drakkar Close is a little overhated. I think people lost a lot of money betting him against Dariush, and I think people like I just get this weird like Drakkar Close hate energy whenever he fights. All right, here we go. Is he covering up a fucking staph infection, dude? What is that little fucking armband for? Are you fucking Iverson or something? All right, here we go. Zachary Reese, the debut of Zachary Reese. Dude, I'm gonna go with Brundage. I definitely wouldn't bet it, but man, Reese is a fucking greenhorn, dude. I mean, he'll definitely open some eyes if he goes in there and smokes Brundage, but I don't see it, man. The dude's only got 6 fights. Brundage is not very good, but he's got some UFC experience by now. He's legit got some, a handful of UFC fights and has fought better, what I consider better fighters than Zach Reese. So I think he actually gets it done, but I just can't bet on him, dude. Another one where if this was 5 years ago, they wouldn't even make this fight. Avila, like, she's only 2 years younger than Misha. It's not like Misha's the old fucking hag and Avila is like the spring chill. Look at her. She's 35. Like, she's got that "I've still got it" energy. Like, I don't know, man. I don't think much of Avila, to be honest with you. I think she's got some good wins on her record from a few years ago, and I don't know, man. I think she's a little overhyped. I think people are like a little too down on Misha, and it's not like she's 40 and Avila's 35. She's literally only a couple of years older and way more experienced. Just another one where I just think she's a better fighter. Certainly a better grappler. Now, fighting, yeah, I'll give Avila the edge on the striking, but I don't think she's some devastating striker either. I think she's someone that needs accumulation, and she wins like wars of attrition, and I think Misha's just going to out-grapple her. So I like Tate there. So Puna's in the parlay, the 4-legger, which again is this right here. again, and I like close to kind of BMF, Selecki. I think Puna's going to knock Dustin out. I don't think. I think Dustin Stoltzfus is just a warm body. He's that fucking goat out on the chain in Jurassic Park, just waiting to get eaten. And not that Puna is like the T-Rex necessarily, but you know what I mean. Like as far as his UFC career, like it's just you're being put out there to give these other fighters a nice win, and I think this is a get right spot for Puna. I think he chin checks Stoltzfus, who he's just a fucking jabroni. So yeah, I have Soriano there. I don't see where Stoltzfus has the advantage. This is a few years ago. I'd probably pick Clay. I think Silva probably knocks him out though, man. Guida, I don't know, dude. Yeah, I mean it's an unusual amount for me too. Tate retirement rumors, yeah. I mean, I can't say that Avila is like, God, Clay with the fucking headphones on. Silva Club and sub, yeah, that sounds about right. It doesn't make any fucking sense, man. Silva will just take any fight they'll give him, and Clay is just Clay. He's another guy that we're talking to him, and it's like, motherfucker's trying to fight until he's like 50 or something. It's like, as long as I'm able bodied, which is probably going to be, like 45, 46, you're just going to they're going to keep trotting Clay out there with whoever will take the fight, whoever's in need of a win or young in their career, needs a big name. They're going to give him the Clay fight. It's going to get sad, man. It's not really sad yet, but it is going to get sad. Trust me, Guida, in 5 years, I'm not going to say it's going to be like a Bigfoot Silva, but it's not going to end well. It's not going to end well. I'm sorry, this is a mismatch. It's a mismatch. It's a mismatch in skill, experience. Like, I think Brady talked himself into this one, and I think Kelvin's going to fuck him up. They're pretty much the same size. Kelvin is going to chin check this motherfucker. Brady seems like a good dude. He seems like a solid, like, person, like human being, like a good dude, but I think he's overmatched here. Devs, Figueroa, Rob Font. Like one of the craziest spellings of a name, and then one of like the simplest. Davison Figueroa, Rob Font. 2 syllables. 2 syllables versus 17. Davison. He's a character, dude. Looking good, champ. Looking ready to go. All right, Zach, this is what you want to see. How Rob Font looks. Stop it, Jack. Yeah, I parlayed Kelvin. That's how confident I am in him. So yeah, Font definitely bigger. Definitely bigger, but fight night, I think Davison's going to be the one hitting harder. This one is interesting, man. This is the one where I really, really don't know what's going to happen. I don't have a fucking... I really want to switch my pick to Bobby Green. I don't do this often, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to pick Bobby Green here. I'm picking Bobby Green. I've been thinking about it, and I decided I was going to pick Bobby earlier today, and honestly, I forgot that I left that up there with Turner on it. But yeah, I'm picking Bobby Green. I think Turner is going to have to get it done in the first round. I don't think he's going to. I think Turner's got a dodgy chin. I think Jalen's a really good offensive striker, but defensively, he's not the best. And I think Bobby's volume and boxing skill, they're pretty, by just boxing skill, they're pretty even, man. Like, Turner hits harder for sure. He's a bigger dude, clearly. I think he could knock Bobby out in the first round. That's originally what I thought would happen, like club and sub. But Bobby's hard to take down, man. And Jalen, he looks shaky in some fights, dude. Like, I thought he won the Gamrot fight, but then he goes out there and loses again. And I don't know, dude. He looked rough on the scales. It's not why I switched my pick. I don't like the short notice, and Bobby's just on a fucking roll, dude. He's on a fucking roll, and I think that I don't know, man. I don't know if Jalen Turner's close to the best fighter he's fought. He just with his experience and cardio, the pace he puts on people. I've seen Turner kind of run out of gas, and he doesn't have a very good chin. He's been knocked out a few times. I can see Bobby Green maybe stopping him late or winning a decision, but yeah, I'm switching to Bobby Green, man. Does Peter count as one? Rafont, put it on. No, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's look, dude. I'm not hating on Northeast dudes supporting their fighters. I've said it many times. Those dudes are really loyal to their own, and I respect that. But unfortunately, it also kind of lends itself to these echo chambers and like kind of hive-minded thinking with some of these these Philly and fucking New York fighters, man. It happens a lot. It happens in Northeast fighters in general. Like even the Boston dudes like Font and Cater, and I mean, they're gonna ride with their dudes, and like I said, I respect it, but it's also something that I'm very aware of. And you can catch spots like this where it's like Sean Brady, the dude that get knocked out by Bilal Muhammad. Saying knocked out by Bilal Muhammad doesn't even sound right. Bilal being a decisionator is like, it's like parody at this point. So that was a really bad look, man. And I just to bounce, you're not bouncing back against Kelvin. Kelvin is honestly a tougher stylistic matchup. You thought Bilal was tough on the feet? Oh, buddy, you are about to fucking get it. And Kelvin ain't no punk on the ground either, so we'll see what Brady's got. I think his only chance is, Kelvin can make some mistakes in there, and he doesn't have the highest fight IQ. So I could see Brady maybe subbing him, catching Kelvin early, but that's what's going to have to be, man. He's going to have to take him down early, and I don't really see that happening, man. They look about the same size. Kelvin is a big fucking boy. He's a big, thick boy. And fight night, he's probably going to be the bigger dude. But we'll see. But yeah. So Sarukian and Dariush, again, I parlayed Armin. I just think it's going to be the young eat the old. We've seen it a million times. I respect Dariush. I think he's a good fighter, but he also has a dodgy chin, and I just think it's a matter of time before he gets knocked out again. I don't think that's going to happen here. I'm going to take Armin by decision, but Armin kind of, if he gets it going with the ground and pound dude, and he's the one getting the takedowns, which I think he will be the one winning the grappling exchanges. Benny does have good cardio, and he is a good grappler. He's a good wrestler. He's a good fighter. He hits hard, but he's 34. He's chinny. He got stopped his last time out. I don't know, man. Like, and you're just like, you're not really getting a much easier matchup. It's a different matchup, but it's like, you're not getting a huge step down from Charles. You're still getting like a top 5 dude that's on the way up. Now, if you're doing MMA math, hey, he beat Gamrot pretty convincingly. Armin had a close fight with Gamrot. I thought he won it, but it was close. So people are going to look at that and be like, hey, but that's MMA math. And that was when Armin was like 24, 23, 24. So I don't know, dude. He's 27 now, 28. And I just think Armin is in his prime right now, and Benny is just at he's just gonna start to trend a little bit downward. I think he hit the crest of the wave with the Gamrot win. Who knows? Maybe he chins Armin. He's been knocked out before, and he got hurt really bad against Joaquim Silva, who is not what I would consider an elite fighter. So, dude, it's not crazy that Benny knocks him out. And I think I think Noah said that he's on Dariush, which I don't hate that at all, man. I think that's a good bet. I think Dariush is certainly a live dog, and I'm not going to completely count him out. And it's going to look stupid, too, if I'm anchoring my fucking parlay with Armin and he gets his fucking block knocked off, which it would kind of be picking up where Silva left off. So it wouldn't be crazy for me to see it happen. Texas has 3 times the fighters in UFC than Jersey, Massachusetts, and New York combined. But yeah, exactly. Texas dudes are territorial too. That state's so fucking big. Like sometimes like North Texas dudes don't fuck with like South Texas and East and West Texas and all that shit. Simon was plus 160 against Jack Shore. Go rewatch that fight. At what point was Shore even remotely competitive? Yeah. I mean, I think if you go back and rewatch that fight, like Yanez landed a couple shots on Font. And that's another reason where it's like that fight, yes, he ended up knocking Yanez out. But Yanez went at him like a bat out of hell, and I don't know. I think Figgy hits a little bit harder than Yanez. I think Figueiredo is gonna. I think Figueiredo is gonna be fucking chucking some bricks, and I don't think it's gonna necessarily be like, will he hit with the power at 125? Like these are bigger dudes. Probably not as much, but I don't think he's necessarily going to be all of a sudden pillow fisted. And man, Font, like Pedro Munoz dropped this dude and he clubbed and subbed him. I think Figueiredo could absolutely do the same thing. Pedro Munoz is a tiny dude. He hits hard, but His reach is way shorter than Font's. And Figueiredo's dangerous, man. I think he fucks Rob Font up, clubs and subs him. It could. Here to make your claim. Yeah, exactly. That I think the line is off there. I think the line is out there. I don't think it's crazy that Figueiredo is an underdog. He's never fought at bantamweight, and Font is a good fighter, and he only really loses to the cream of the crop. But like I said, I think that I personally, maybe it's my former Figgy stand-up, but I think Figueiredo is a pretty elite fighter. I don't know if I consider Rob Font to be an elite fighter. I think Rob Font is a great fighter, but is he elite? Not really. We'll see if Figueiredo. I don't know if Figueiredo is elite at bantamweight. That's what we have to find out. But in general terms, yeah. I mean, if he gets whooped by Rob Font, then he can't really say he's elite at 135. But as it stands right now, yeah, I think Davidson's an elite fighter, and I don't necessarily know that Rob Font is. So we'll see. Oh yeah, I'm just rambling, dude. The subject changes with me by the second. No, with Gaslam. Oh yeah, no. I knew you were talking about that Gaslam. Yeah, yeah. Gaslam, like Brady should not be like Gaslam is. And so I'm sorry that I'm sure what I was saying was confusing is because I jumped immediately to the next fight. But no, yeah, that is that's 100% true. Sean Brady should not be favored. He should be the underdog for sure. And but what I was saying is like I don't necessarily think that should be the case with Figgy and Font. So I think that Font, like, I'll give him the respect of having way more experience at 135. So that's whatever. But yeah, I'm with you, dude. Gastelum should be the favorite. Let's fucking go. Great. Well, he can eat it now. He can eat all the fucking cheese he wants to now. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm definitely on Kelvin. Brady should not be favored whatsoever. I'm not saying he should be a massive favorite, but it should be like minus 175, minus 200 Kelvin, and like plus 150 on Brady. I think that's what it should be like. I think the line should absolutely be flipped and a little bit more. Yeah, I agree, and I think he's a good gatekeeper. I think Rob Font is a legit gate. He held the gate for Giannis. That is proof positive right there. So I said this on Monday, and I'll stand by it. I think Font is a good test. He's a great first fight at middleweight or at bantamweight because immediately you're either on this side of the contendership or that side. You're either going to go through the gate or you're not. So Font is enough of a name to where if you beat him, you can jump right into the contender pool. But if you lose, you ain't ready. Like Font's a good fighter, but I would not consider him to be necessarily elite. I think he holds the gate for elite fighters. So yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I hate when they do that shit, man. I hate when they put fighters on there that Bisping is cool with, or DC or Felder. Those guys are just so fucking biased, man. Cruz is just annoying. I wouldn't say Cruz is biased necessarily. He's just annoying as fuck. I hate the fighters as commentators, man. I really do. Like, it's made me like really just not like hearing Bisping's commentary, and really soured me on Bisping. And he's still one of my favorite fighters as a fighter. Shit talk as a fighter from Bisping, he's elite. But he's become such a fucking company man, and his commentary is unbearable. But yeah, Felder's bad too. Felder's just corny. At least Bisping is kind of funny. Like, Bisping is genuinely a funny dude, so at least he has that going for him. DC can be funny. I like DC's like wrestling commentary. Like, I like when he fucking breaks down what the fighter should do to get the takedown, or like as he like, you know, play by play takes you through the takedown itself. All that stuff is good, but he's really biased, and I don't know, man. You just can't win. I honestly think it should just be Rogan and Anik, or Rogan and Fitzgerald. I don't think it should be I don't think they should have the fighters. I think the fighters should be behind the desk analysts. I think they should be desk analysts or anchors or whatever. I don't like them because then they get into these little fucking pissing matches, these little like fighter ego, who's right about the commentary, whose take is like correct, which fighter's winning. And it gets weird, man. I don't like it. I don't like their fucking bickering. So yeah, I would prefer it if it was Joe Rogan and then one of the nerds. But yeah, yeah. Jack, I agree. Definitely a gatekeeper. Yeah, for sure. He's a good gatekeeper too. Like, he faithfully holds that gate. No, Mick, I know that you're talking about Kelvin. What happened was I quickly addressed that and then switched to talking about Figgy and Font. That's what happened. So yes, I know what you're saying. I know that you're talking about Kelvin and Brady and that the wrong fighter is favored. I was literally saying that earlier before you got in here too. Like, that was the first thing I said when I talked about this fight. That's why I bet Kelvin. That's why he's the first bet that I made. Like, Kelvin should be the favorite. Automatic bet. Yeah, I don't think so either. He's going to be healthier in this fight. So while Font is bigger, has the reach advantage, has the experience advantage at that weight class, he's going 5-round wars with Moreno while he's weight drained as fuck. I just think he's going to be, him being healthier, I think he's going to whoop some fucking ass in there, dude. That's wild. That's crazy. That's pretty funny. I agree, for sure. For sure. I actually think that Font is the rightful favorite. The rightful slight favorite. I think that the line is fair. Now, Jack, I already know, and maybe not everyone else knows this, but I already know what a KG skeptic I'm not going to say a detractor. I'll say a KG skeptic. Because you and I have had many back and forths involving Kelvin Gastelum. And I'm not really interested in getting into a back and forth with you, sir. I don't have the energy for that right now. But to your point, it's fair. And I will also say that I will keep it consistent that I don't think it's a great thing to be like, oh, look at who this dude lost to and how well he performed in this loss. But you can't ignore the experience. And that also has some context to it as well. If he's not fighting these top guys every single fucking time, I think that 1-7 record probably does look a little bit better. So I'll split the difference with you. How about that? I'll split the difference with you, Jackie boy. I hear your point though. So fair enough, but I still think Kelvin should be favored. Maybe a tough ask with the record, but I just think he's a better fighter. I think he's gonna look like a -500 when it's all said and done. I think. Yeah, for sure. And actually, another one where it's like, you would think that Figgy is the old dude. Nah, Font is the senior citizen here. Font is older than Figgy. Yeah, Cruz is annoying. He's right sometimes, and like, he's a smart dude. He's sharp, but he needs to be behind the desk. He needs to be the one arguing back and forth with Dean Thomas and Chiesa and fucking Joe Ban. I don't like the fighters as commentators. They're not capable. It's just, or if it's just one fighter and then the fucking play-by-play guy. Have one fighter on there for color and a play-by-play, not this fucking more than one fighter. It just gets weird. What up, Jimmy? Cheers. He hurt him. And that's what exactly. DC is a ham bone. Oh, shit, dude. Don't give out the secret codes. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I know that you know that I know. Oh, I don't think that I'm a lot dumber than you think that I thought I was once. I took Drakkar close -117 first, and then KG +130 was my second bet. Dude, of course, I missed the bet on KG, which actually is kind of a good sign. Sort of kind of a good thing. If past his prologue, 2 cents missing a line usually means the good things happen for that fighter. When I'm late to the party, it's usually a good party. If that makes sense. I can see reasons for planting a flag on either side, but it's almost just as a reason you want to fade a guy. You know what, Jackie boy, there's nothing wrong with passing. You know why? Because you don't lose. You might not win, but you definitely don't lose. That you are guaranteed not to lose if you pass. You're guaranteed not to win as well, but you are guaranteed not to lose. To not lose. Whatever, you know what I mean. What if Chiesa isn't that good? Yeah, it is. Chiesa is good, but not great, is what I think. Yeah, I think most of his wins at middleweight are against, guys at the end of it or dudes that shouldn't have taken the fight. And Jack, I also know it is also not lost on me that KG chinned your dude. I get it. Got Figgy +130. Nice. Yeah, another good sign, boys. Might not be good for my Ehor bet. A little money came in on him now. Because it was the last time I looked at BetMGM, it was like plus 333 or something. I got him at plus 340. So it's like, no, like maybe that one's fucked, but great. Yeah, I think Brady's overrated. I think he's a good fighter, but I don't know how many times I have to say this. Brady, I think, would kill it in Bellator or like PFL. He just keeps, I shouldn't say he keeps getting these big fights, but it just seems like they're trying to push the guy. You know what I mean? And I get why. He's tatted the fuck up. He's ripped. He's this big fucking muscular dude from Philly, speaks well. He's a tough guy, but he also seems like he's not a fucking total idiot. He's he seems like a likable dude. And it's not that I don't get it, but I think that's kind of lending itself to a little bit of, they're kind of like elevating his like true ability, or his ceiling, rather. Not his ability, but his like ceiling. Like, I think he's a good fighter, but I think he's an overrated one. But it's all relative to his competition. I agree. Nah, Brady whoops him. Tom Brady whoops him. Great. Well, dude, show. I'm sorry, dude. I forgot to put your fucking avatar up, so I don't have an awesome fucking big show welcome for you, man. I'm sorry. I let you down. God damn it, brother. I'm sorry. Good to see you in the chat, though, Bubba. Hope you're doing good. Shout out to Will. Shout out to Big Show. Shout out to the boys at Pub. Yep. I don't know why this stare downs thing is still up. Let's switch it up, man. How about the weigh-in results? And yep, these is my bets. These is my bets. Big Show, KG, Figgy. I said those on Monday. This is the one I bet Ehor. It was either around the same time as I bet the other guys. I think Sunday or early Monday. Bet Ehor and diss my parlay. Odds boosted, of course. But yeah, that's all I got. I don't have a lot on this one. 2 units. But yeah, if there's any fights y'all want to talk about in particular, even ones that I may have covered already, just let me know. Probably going to be on here. Make it a 2-hour stream. Just shoot the shit for like 10, 15 more minutes and get out of here. Nice, dude. I'm really glad to hear that. That is that's truly some fucking good news. Very happy to hear that, man. Congratulations. That's awesome. Yeah, dude. Me too. I think he's gonna be a motherfucker. I don't understand this, like, oh, Font has this crazy like reach advantage. Font has the reach advantage in a lot of fights. I don't know if people realize that. Font is a big bantamweight. Do y'all not see how like terrible he fucking looks at the weigh-ins? It's because he's cutting a shit ton of weight. He's one of the bigger bantamweights there is. He's a huge bantamweight. So yeah, Figgy coming up from flyweight, Font wouldn't be alive if he made 125. So like, he's the bigger fighter, duh. But when like, I just don't think he's going to make that much of a difference. I think he's going to be fucking fearsome. I think Ihor's disrespect of Shogun is not unnoticed by the UFC, and they want to cut him bad. Maybe. I've heard that this week. You're not the first person that has said that this week about them wanting to get rid of Ihor. I don't know. I really don't know. I think there's more questions on the Bellato side. Why is Bellato minus 500? What did he do to become minus 500 besides getting knocked out twice by Vitor Petrino? That's what I don't get. Riddle me that. I get that why Ihor's the underdog, but that much? For what? For what? He ain't that fucking bad. And Bellato, I'm sorry, that motherfucker is not Carlos Ulberg. He's not Niku Negumereanu. I don't know, man. I don't think he's that fucking good. I don't get all the Bellato love. That's why I don't understand. I get the Ihor fade. I don't get the Bellato love. Maybe they're one and the same. I don't know. But Bellato, like, kind of chinny. Been doing a good bit of can crushing. You know what I'm saying? Contender Series reject. You know? I don't know, man. That dude he beat on Contender Series is a fucking greenhorn. Ihor, dude, he isn't great, but he won his fucking first Contender Series fight. No problemo either. And he beat. So that's the thing. Ihor, the dude he beat, had more fights and was undefeated. Like basically a better fighter than fucking Bellato fought. A better fighter than Bellato beat. Smoked him in the first round. He loses to Niku and Carlos Ulberg, and he's plus 340 against Hidalfa. Who? Against who? The dude that threw a spinning back fist and got fucking murked by Petrino? The guy that was like starting to get tuned up by Modestus? I don't know, man. I think that's a lot. I think Hidalgo, Bellato, and Vitor Petrino are both fucking wolf tickets. I think Petrino is going to get exposed very quickly. And I think Bellato is going to get exposed tomorrow night. Like I said, I think Bellato and Petrino is this kind of like two-man circle jerk, and they're kind of just like leapfrogging over each other to get in the UFC and stay there. But I don't know, man. I think Ihor is about to upset this motherfucker. I think Ihor, I'm gonna say I think Ihor is a better striker. He's gonna knock him out. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Yeah, for sure, dude. That's insane. Like, passing is, you should probably just pass. Bellato Ihor is a perfect example of just pass on the motherfucker. Dogger pass, fucking pass. But fucking take a shot on the dog, dude. Hey-o, hi-o. Yep. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, for sure. Passing is probably the very, very smart thing to do. What? Yeah, probably didn't. What I'm saying is the guy that Ihor beat on Contender Series was better than the guy that fucking Bellato beat. That's what I was trying to say. Ihor had a better win on Contender Series, and he knocked out Shogun. I know Shogun is old and chinny and fucking. He got in there with Shogun Rua, though, and knocked him out. Who's Bellato fought again? Petrino. Fucking knocked his block off twice. That's the only person that motherfucker's ever fought. So, hey. Give me Ihor with the UFC experience and the striking and the making it ugly early. Bellato's a fucking lummox, dude. He'll get into a fucking firefight when you don't need to. He looks like just the doofus that'll get into a firefight with Ihor's dumbass and let Poteri knock him out. I think that's just what he's going to do. Ihor, first round knockout. Let's go. Oh, for sure. That's all I need, though. Just give me that first round. It's just going to be, he going to make it ugly and just flash him early. Oh, I don't blame you. I don't blame anybody for passing on that. It's a dumpster fire, dude. And it's a fight that I should know better than to bet on, and I'll probably fucking pay for it. Ihor will probably get fucking choked in the fucking 3 minutes into the fight. He'll get taken down and choked. He'll have that stupid look on his face, that looking over his coaches, I can't get up, and then he gets choked. That's probably what's going to happen, but whatever. At those odds, whatever. Yeah, exactly. The one person he fought fucking dirted him twice. So, yeah, give me Ihor. Let's fucking go. Oh, yeah, dude. Smart man. Smart man, stubborn. That's using your head. Let's fucking go. I don't blame anyone for being skeptical. I don't blame anyone for passing. I'm not saying Ihor is a smart bet or a pick. I just don't think it's a bad bet. Those if Ihor was plus 200, there's no fucking way. No way. But he ain't. He's almost plus 350. Or he was. Like I said, I beat the line movement, so that's probably a bad sign. But other people seem to a couple other people at least, felt the same way I did. Some bigger movers and shakers than me. Because, I mean, not long after I bet it, I go to look at my bets and the cash out is like less because the lines changed. Shout out to 7 people in the building. Smash the like button if you don't mind. Oh, I know, dude. You know me. But it's kind of like, it's opposite day with that shit with me. Like I said, when I beat the lines, it loses. When I miss the lines, like KG and Figgy, it usually wins. So take that for what it's worth, which is nothing. The word of a fucking shiftless layabout. Yeah, take that for what it's worth, but that's what I think. So what other fights we got here, boys? What fights have we not really dug into? What should we talk about here? We have not talked too much about Let's talk about this one, man. Let's talk about Turner versus Green. I did a super late switch to Bobby Green today. I made up my mind today I was going to switch to Bobby Green. So late that I forgot to change the fucking banner when I started the stream up today. Because I made all these banners last night. I was like, oh, I'll get ahead of everything. And yeah, Turner was the pick last night. And today, just the late notice and yeah. I've kind of been on the fence about it, but I was like, nah, Turner's gonna knock him out. He's gonna find that. I don't think he is, man. And I think he has to. I think Turner is first round or bust. I think it gets into that second round. I've seen Turner slow down before. And with the way Bobby fights, I think he's just going to go in there and get after him. And the pace Bobby can put on with his takedown defense, I think he's been in there with better fighters too. So I think Bobby Green, like, I don't like that weight cut for Jalen's already questionable chin too. So I don't know, man. It wouldn't surprise me if Bobby knocked him out, but I think Bobby wins a decision or maybe chins him in the third round. But yeah, I'm gonna pick Bobby Green there. I was tempted to bet him earlier in the week, but I was like, nah, I'll pick Turner. But now the more that I thought about it, I was just kind of like, I'll stick with him. I'll stick with him. And then sure enough, today is like, nah, dude, I don't like the short notice. And Bobby's been on a roll, dude. Here's another thing. I think Bobby's gonna be pissed off about that Armin Sarukian shit. I think he's gonna take it down on Jalen Turner. I think he's heated about that. I think Bobby is full of vinegar and piss right now. And I think he's gonna take it out on Turner. So yeah, let's go King Bobby Green. And I'll tell you what, man. On that note, Big Show, if you're still here, I hope you are, because this is another one of those where it's like all I can hear is Big Show's words echoing in my fucking eardrums, my fucking earballs, like, don't bet main events, brother. Fuck! I did it though. So I'm rooting for Dariush, which is fucked up. So I guess this is kind of a hedge, because if Sarukian wins, my bet cashes. But if Benny wins, I'll be happy, because I think it'll be kind of karma. Sarukian trying to be a tough guy with Bobby when he should be focused on the fight with Beneil Dariush. So I'm rooting for Beneil Dariush. Benny, if you will. But I bet Sarukian. I think he probably wins. Probably. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know. We'll fucking see. I think what you want to have happen here is you want Rodolfo's dumbass to go for the 50K bonus. Yeep. Exactly, dude. Exactly. And he's not a genius either. He does that. He's a fucking grappler that thinks he's a tough guy. That's how he got knocked out twice by Petrino. He didn't learn his fucking lesson. I think he's kind of a fucking Mollix. And I think the Galoot is going to get his block knocked off. I think Ihor is going to fucking hurt him in the clinch. And then I think he's going to knock him out. First round. You shouldn't say things to me that are true, Lobby, you piece of shit. You don't ever fucking tell me the truth, motherfucker. Yeah, whatever, dude. Whatever, bro. You know what? I'm just pretend you didn't say that. I'm just gonna hit this fucking mini bong. Smart mouth fuck. I'm talking about my fucking boxing bets, you piece of shit. Granted. Yep. Care to make it interesting? I've still got the Gypsy King Tyson Fury. So if you're interested in a little wager, Lobby, let's have it. You big dosser. Care to make it interesting? Nothing crazy because we can't do any kind of like Bitcoin exchange or anything like that. But let me know. Like maybe a YouTube profile picture. Like maybe if Fury wins, you have that right there instead of that philosophical quote, whatever that is. Instead of your stoic musings or whatever the proper term is. Anyways, yeah, I hope Benny wins, kind of, because I think Armin Sarukian's a little shithead, and I think what he did to Bobby Green was super Kanish and just corny and just fucking posturing, clout chasing, if you will, which is crazy because it's like normally you clout chase people that are like the champion or someone that like Bobby Green does have a big name, which is why I do think it's a little bit of clout chasing. Like more people probably know who Bobby Green is than Armin Sarukian. Casual people, now UFC fans know, but come on, man. Has Armin Sarukian been on Joe Rogan? I don't know if he has, but I know Bobby Green has. So once you on Joe, people know who you is. So I think it's a little bit of clout chasing, dude, from Armin. Me personally. So it'll upset me if my bet doesn't hit, but it will warm my heart a little bit. Because, hey, dude, I'm just fucking saying, bro. Sarukian loses. Bobby wins. Hey. Would it be so crazy to make that fight? Would it be crazy? Just hear me out. Hear me out, dude. Benny clips Armin. Upsets the little fella. Bobby Green beats Jalen Turner. Perfect storm. They can fucking settle that beef. And it wouldn't be too crazy ranking wise. Because even if Bobby is like not, I can't remember what he's ranked or if he's ranked. If he wins against Turner, like it's not going to hurt him. So I think that would be kind of tight, dude. So there's a part of me that is rooting for that. I'm picking Bobby Green and I'm rooting for him to win, obviously. Duh. But I'm kind of like hedging my bet with like the hope that Dariush, the power of Christ compels him over Armin the thug, Armin the classless, subhuman trash thug. I'm just kidding. But for real, like that would be crazy. Bobby wins, he loses, they meet in the middle. I know that's not how Jackie Boy likes to do things. I know he likes either both fighters coming off wins or both coming off losses, but hey man, they could kind of meet in the middle as far as like their placement and it making a little bit of sense. And they have the beef, dude. I think that would be kind of sick. Good question, Aquato. You trying to sell that fight? Maybe. Sell your own butt, Lobby. Let's talk about how wild this is. We're talking about Bobby Green beating Jalen Turner in 2012. I'm just saying, dude. Worse fighters than Bobby Green have knocked out Jalen Turner. IJS. Few of them, too. Not all of them. Few of them, though. Few jabronis have taken Turner's head off. He does not have a very good chin. I don't know. I don't think that's a fucking secret at this point. And I don't know how many times I have to fucking tell people that Bobby Green is not exactly pillow-fisted, so it wouldn't surprise me if Bobby got to the button. But I'm going to say Bobby wins a decision. Tempted to bet it, but I'm going to hold off on that. But I'll pick Bobby. I'll ride with the king one last time. This would not have been a conversation a year or two ago. Probably you're right. But hey, man, if Joaquim Silva can hurt Armin, Benny can hurt Armin, Bobby can hurt Armin. If Joaquim Silva is putting you on skates, I mean, he hits hard. I'm not going to shit on the dude's power, but it's a Joaquim Silva, bro. I can't remember if that dude has ever been ranked. If he was, it was for like 2 fucking seconds. Like 5 years ago, maybe. But, dude, 2023, Joaquim Silva, just about fucking taking his dome home with him. Taking your dome, Jesus Christ. Taking your dome home with him. That's not good. But if that doesn't happen, he's going to beat Dariush. If that doesn't happen against Green, he'll probably beat Green. But I still would like to see it. But you're right. It's crazy that we're even entertaining it. But, dude, this is the year for that, man. We're in that era, man. Shit doesn't make sense. Life isn't real. This is life is the WWE Attitude Era now, I guess. Life imitates art now, I suppose. Do you wear as much jewelry as him? I have more money than you both. Enough said. I'm rich. You're poor. Suck on that knowledge. That's what Mick said. Mick coming with that fat wallet energy. I like it. So that's my parlay. This is my kind of long shot, but come on, man. Plus 340, please. These are my reasonable dog bets. And I like this parlay. Fucked up that I am kind of hoping that the last leg doesn't cash because I don't like Armin, but if it does, sweet. So either way, that the main event works out. But yeah, that's all I got. So right now I'm sitting at plus 11 units of profit. I risk 2. If I lose everything, I'm down to 9. There's 2 events in December after this one. So in all likelihood, I'm going to end the year ever so slightly ahead. Worst case scenario. But I would like to see if I can get a little closer to 20 before the end of the year. So not risking a lot, 2 units, but yeah, let's try and fucking finish strong, boys. I was having a rough start to 2023, have had a way better second half of the year, but want to finish strong, man. So this is what I think. This is what that's reasonable. And I think this parlay is pretty reasonable too. So that's what I got. Oh, that's an odds boost. Yeah. I think it's what? Let me look at it right now. I think it's boosted from like plus 5 something, like low 5s. But yeah, it was it was an any sport. It had to be at least 4 legs and plus 400 on the odds. And I saw it, dude. I saw that odd boost. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like it was 5 something originally. Plus 540. Scratch that, plus 718 now. So yeah, I like it, dude. That mispriced Gastelum line and Drakkar close actually makes that. I mean, it was kind of sexy before, but I think it's fucking fine now, dude. Plus 718. Yeah, I like it. Word. I'm not mad at you, dude. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. So yeah, I think that's about it for me, boys. I think I've covered all the bases, said the things I needed to say, made my picks known and my bets, and that's what I got. I wish you all the best of luck. I'm gonna put the elevator music on, and I'm gonna get the fuck up out of here. It's Friday night. I'm gonna get with the missus, see what we got going on, and then yeah, I'll see you boys in the chat. Get this music going. Appreciate everyone for stopping through, man. Ended up being a decent little gathering for a pregame. 7, 8 people in here. Not too bad. Not the normal time for a Friday stream either. So appreciate everyone coming through. Hope you all have a good weekend. Shout out to the Dome, the greatest group chat in the world. Shout out to the boys at Pub. My dude Big Show came through today. So glad to hear the just great news, man. So shout out to you and yours. I will be in the Pub chat tomorrow night, trying to win my third Pub contest, UFC contest. Trying to get my third victory, dude. So yeah, sign up for the contest, boys. It is free and easy to sign up for, but you do have to have good picks to win. So that's the one asterisk there or whatever. But yeah, shout out to the boys at Pub. Shout out to the Dome. Shout out to everyone that came through today. Make sure y'all smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Best of luck to all you characters. I will see y'all around, I'm sure. And yeah, I'll be back on this channel Monday to recap the weekend's events. I hope it is fruitful for everyone. I hope we all get fucking rich, dude. So yeah, best of luck to y'all. Thanks again. Just my 2 cents. Catch you on the next one. Peace.